What's up, guys? Man, nice morning. I'm out here early, 7:30 a.m. Before it starts getting too brutal hot, we're gonna get after changing the rear hubs and doing the brakes, rear brakes on Truck X today. Take a quick look up here. 11 is gone. Hopefully they made it home okay yesterday. It's nice to have the space opening up. Little by little, we're gonna get this place emptied out, and we might very possibly put Marla in there. We might very possibly put Marla in there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but let's get after getting this thing set up and see if we can't get these hubs changed, get the brakes on, get the drums on, and this truck will be looking quite spiffy. Let's set you up. All right, so we'll just knock this axle out right quick. I don't know what we'll do for fasteners. We'll have to see what the new ones come with. I think they're probably just the same thread. We'll end up getting some new nuts. I think I have some, but I don't think I have all of them. Okay. Interesting. Brake cleaner. So this looks to be in pretty good shape. We'll get that piece of emery cloth and emery cloth that thing up. We'll see if we can knock those out before we get the dealer U on there. We'll get that warm. Okay. Okay, we gotta remember to lube that thing. Okay, so we got two pieces of this. Got a coarse and a fine. I might wire wheel this. I don't know. Yeah, let me get the wire wheel up. Get some of this off of there. I don't want to over clean it. This is okay. All right. Now we will take a shot at the, let's get a look in here. We'll take a shot at the, actually we'll probably build it right here. All right. This thing says to lubricate the bearings. We're going to wipe that out and we'll put it together. We'll lube the bearings, and then each one of these will get, once they're on there, we'll get this open and we'll fill it up with grease. When I say grease, I mean gear lube. I think we can just okay. Now my seat's going to be greasy. That's okay. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll set this in there. Put the spire lock in. Okay. Now we're going to it's weird. Take this lube. Put just a skosh of oil on those threads. Okay, so this gets 500 foot-pounds, and while we're torquing it, we got to spin it. So we might need Jessica to help me with it, but it's pretty cool. Pretty easy job. I think it's going to take about 15-20 minutes per side or per hub to get it on. And then we'll wire wheel those off real quick and stick those on. We will need to get some nuts. We might be able to find nuts. There's 32 of them. I think we have some. We probably have enough. We probably have 16, so we'll be able to get those done. And then we'll put them all with the bung up, and then we'll bring the gear oil out. First thing we'll do is let a little out of each rear end to make sure there's no contamination in there, and then we'll fill. We'll put 10 ounces or so in each one of these, and get it all lubed up in there. Oh man, I was gonna take those out and I forgot. We might not do anything with this bottom one because it's stuck in there, but we may heat it up and pop it out. Let's see. This top one looks like it went pretty good. We might just leave those. I don't really understand changing them anyway. I shouldn't even have messed with them. Should have left it alone. There's no sense in changing them if they're not worn out. We'll see. wire wheel first. We'll just get the big scale off of it. Yep. Now that's as good as that's going to get, for sure. All right, so okay. We got to get the little juice out of there. All right, so start that in there like so. Oops. And we sit firmly into the gear oil with our pants. Put a little bit of A little bit of oil on those threads. Now these ConMet preset hubs, some people don't like it. Some people want to do their own thing, but I'm telling you, this stuff is pretty impressive. The nut draws the hub on and off. Once you install the hub, though, they recommend you change the seal. The nice thing about these is there's no setting of anything. You tighten these up to 500 foot-pounds while rotating the hub and put the lock ring on, and you're done. You know, this is just, I know people are nervous about change, and I am as well, but this is really the way to go. And so what we'll do is, and that oil is good. What we'll do is we'll get all these done. We'll do the other two, and then we'll get Jessica out here and we'll have her spin this while I torque it to 500, and then we'll put the lock ring on, and then these will be finished. Then I can clean up these axles and put those in, and we'll get them bolted on. And then we'll go around and we'll fill these. We'll check the oils, make sure there's no water in the oils. Then we'll come around and we'll fill these up, maybe a quart in each one, and get the bearings all fully lubed up, and then we'll do the brakes. The brakes are easy. Brakes take about 10 minutes per, and then we'll slide the drums on. And we'll keep the tent over this just to keep the rain out of there. I mean, it's going to get rained in anyways, but just for kicks, we'll keep the tent on. I think I'll have Seth pull the trigger on the wheels and tires this week, and we'll mount up the wheels and tires. We may even pay somebody to do that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but we'll mount up the wheels and tires and get them on the truck. Get this thing down on the ground. We just need the stacks and the elbows and the tops, and then the exhaust is fully done. We'll get underneath and we'll install the PTO pump, and we should have, maybe Tuesday we'll have the brake chambers. So midweek next week we'll do the brake chambers and the air lines. And I have the fittings so we can do the leveling valve, get that finished plumbed. We'll replace that blue coily line they got in there. The air dryer bracket should be here, so we'll get the air dryer installed, and then we'll oil up the trans and get this thing started, and see how good it builds air, see if we need a new compressor or not. And you know, it's just getting stuff done at that point. You know, these are some fancy hubs. All right, let's move on. even better than to do that. Okay. 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 Oh, he didn't get it started. That's weird. That's better. Well, I can try and torque that shit. All right, so we're gonna make an attempt at pulling 500 on these. It's not so bad. All right, well, it's probably going to get loud, but this is the lock ring. We're going to install lock rings here in a sec. You know, there's a big off-road course, off-road place. And it's a non-stop accident. Can't. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, what you do is you just put this down into one of the slots, which I can see this one is good, and that's all you got to do. Goes in the slot, goes in the snap ring groove. It's good to go. I'll bring you down here so you can see it happening. Okay, so you find so this one right here, you can see that this will fit right in there, and it's hard to do with one hand. It shouldn't be. See it? Hopefully you guys can see that. But anyways, it goes in that tab and then it just goes into the slot. So I'll get the rest of them in without you, because it's too hard to do with one hand. All right, so okay. Okay. Now we'll start building brakes.
Springs?
Brakes.
Brakes.
Where are the brakes? They're in here. Okay. Sure wish I'd have brought my belt out with me. Okay. Need a hammer. Don't know. Do not know.
On the floor right here.
Guess if I put those in the right place, they probably clip right in where they belong. Gotta get this off. Ooh, I got grease on there. Okay. This way. Okay, I need a tool right quick. All right, so what I want to do is put a little slider on here. Grab this and pull it up. Just don't worry about cording this. Just it's against the spring, so it's gonna suck. Okay. Hold it. Okay. Okay, and then come over here and push down, same thing. Next time I'll do this before. Okay. Come over here. You can probably film okay.
Good job.
Rust protectant.
Why do you take it out?
Because it will ruin the brakes. It's just to keep the drum from rusting while it's sitting in the warehouse or in transit. If it gets wet, it won't be all rusty. Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Yep. Couldn't
Like
agree
a
more.
glove.
Yep. That's nice. Made in America. I gotta fix this one pin and then put a new one in. Then we'll break this one up. Okay, what am I gonna do is get that out. In case the socket breaks. That sucks. Yep, that sucks. Huge asses. Alright, I got another idea. You can record this if you want.
Got it.
Okay, pull the trigger, make it go off.
Fire hot.
Yep.
You want me to go put this away?
Yep.
Oh,
Turn the gas off. Where's my... Did you put away my anti-seize? Nope, I see it. I was gonna say, damn, I just had it. It's broken, remember? She sucked open on us one time. Could put a little on there. It doesn't really need it. But Can't see through its fogged up glasses. Wait. Yeah. Come on now. Quit being a CUNT.
Got it.
Boy.
Now I gotta push the tent over.
Well, we got to take all the tools over there. Yeah. Okay, pick up all tools.
Oh, I was gonna record you putting that last one on.
Okay.
Save
Hold
the
on.
last one.
And then we'll let the tent down.
Okay.
Hold on.
Working out all your big muscles.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
You Popeye?
Okay, you ready? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Show them your muscles. Yeah, you did that.
All right, let's clean it up.
Time to clean up.
All right, so what we're going to do is test this leveling system. Oh, that's down.
Oh, you pulled them right up.
Should be all of them getting there, right?
Yep.
Okay, then that should hold it. Now, if we run the dump valve, that means putting air in here. Okay.
Drop them down. careful, they're on deck.
It's all right. All right, well, that should do it for today, guys. We got the bag leveling system in. I'm not 100%. These bags look square, but that bag does not look square. So that bag could be, we'll have to check and make sure everything is set up there. It's not horrible. It just leans a little bit. But you know, if you have a Freightliner and you have a bag that leans, you got something wrong, because it should not have a leaning bag. But yeah, I think it's good stuff. And let's see what we have right now. We have hubs done and torqued, brakes done, drums done, torque arms done, air ride done, new air tanks done, exhaust, everything under the cab done, all new. Just have to put the elbows and stacks on when they come. Drive shaft measured, waiting. And so let's see, Monday, Tuesday or Wednesday, we're expecting the brake chambers. And when we get the brake chambers in and slack adjusters on, we'll grease that all up, and we'll make the air hoses. So we'll have the air hoses for the brakes. It's going to get lockdowns on all four wheels instead of just the back two. And we'll also drain out a little bit of oil out of the diffs, make sure it's good, and then we'll fill up the hubs, because that's something we don't want to forget. But I mean, as a rule of thumb, before I take a truck for a drive, I do a walk around and I check all the fluids, because you know, we have things on and off, in and out, and sometimes we have empty diffs. I want to say that I drove Crystal without any oil in the diffs, and we were about to take Betty. Yeah, I had driven Betty with only 2 gallons in the diffs. I only had 1 bucket, and I split the oil between the two, and I had driven it on its shakedown run, and we were getting ready to go to Louisville, and I was like, you know what, I haven't done a real walk around. So I spent an hour at 5 o'clock in the morning doing a walk around, and realized I was low on gear lube, so I topped them off, luckily. And
We're not gonna do that this time.
yeah, and we're not going to do that this time, because this ain't our truck. So we know that the diffs are full, at least the back one, because oil was coming out into the hubs. The front one's likely low, because I think I had only a partial when I did the front one. But we're going to fill the hubs individually, and not have to worry about leaning the truck to get oil out there. We're just going to fill the hubs all the way up, and then check the fluid in the diff. If it's a little full, we'll let it out, and if it's not, we'll add it up, and everything will be good. But I think for today, I think it's going to dry up now that I'm ready to be done for the day. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything else that I want to do today. I probably could do some airlines today, but I don't feel like it. I want to test the entire air system on the truck. I think I'm going to have Seth get the wheels and tires, at least the drives, so I can get those put on next week, so that this truck is sitting on the ground. I think these airbags will probably stay inflated from now on, which will be good, because they need to have some air in them. Trying to think of what other parts I have that I can do today. I really don't want to mess with the dump or the supply. I'll get a 90 and put the supply in, but as far as that goes, that's probably all I'll do. The dump will just verify that it works, and then I'll run a new line, and that goes in here, so it'll come probably down, round, up from the bottom. We have 2 outlets on this valve. We've got the rears on the top and the fronts on the bottom. They work pretty good. We do need to do the air lines and the 7-way plug. We got to find a mount for that. Figure out if he's going to put a tray or something in there. We'll get that done. We also this week we're going to take the 5th wheel and get the plate off. Hopefully when Derek comes by we'll get the plate off and send that base in for sandblast and powder coat and get that reinstalled. And then we'll get a pin and bushing kit and rebuild kit for the top plate and get that reinstalled. Hook up the, and it just sucks trying to rebuild one. Maybe I'll talk him into getting a used one that's good. Because by the time we get the pin and bushing kit, the rebuild kit for the plate, plus the cylinder rebuild, or the new cylinder, we probably have $500-600. I do a lot of labor when we can just buy one that works for $1,000. We might do that. Yeah, and then it's just a matter of getting stuff dialed in, changing airlines, and I think we're going to leave these all these airlines for the bags. They're in good shape and they're black, so they've been changed. I think we're just going to change the green and red lines to new black, because the green and red gets hurt by the sun really bad. So we'll just change those. Those are all the main ones. They're tank to tank supply, and then tank to relay, and tank to supply for the brakes. So that's all important stuff. These little lines here are all good. We'll just cinch them up. We also got to get the tail lights all wired up, get some of these old lines out from under there, and get this. We'll probably get the this is a good plug, so we'll probably keep this, and then we'll wire up the tail lights into a plug, and then we'll have a single plug unplug. That's fine. I like having dirt on my forehead.
It's thick on the ground.
Thick on the ground? How about now? It's looking good. You guys think it looks good? Nice. So yeah, we'll get the taillights all done and get those wired in, and then it's just a matter of testing stuff and getting Don over here to help me with the wiring. And if Don won't come, I'll get Bill over here, and we'll just try and spend a Saturday rewiring stuff and getting the truck ready to go. But I think we're getting closer. All of the major work on the rear is done now. Now it's just chambers and slack adjusters, and putting the wheels and tires on. So all of the major work on the back is finished. Anyways, that's it for today. We'll see you. Now I need to